Good morning. Stocks go up, stocks go down, way lower again. There's like two and a half trillion of expiring options and futures this morning, and another 2 trillion tonight. Massive move. We went under 3,900, so way lower. How far lower? Don't know. Is it a short-term thing? Don't know. Tesla is not down anymore. That's very different. Are they going to buy it into next week? Possible, because he's not allowed to sell. So after today, he's not allowed to sell, so there's less pressure on the stock. Very interesting. We'll keep an eye on that one. Moderna just sitting there. If down 40, Moderna's not down. If it can get over 210, it can squeeze. Okay, keep an eye on that one. Netflix, what garbage yesterday. We sold them fast just because, this is what companies do. Look at the bullshit they did. We're happy with our ad support. You're happy. Really? Really? You can't even make this shit up. So, from what I'm reading is, you can only put ads if they had licensed those ads into other shows. So, like if you licensed a movie, I don't know, Armageddon, then you can only put ads if you licensed it for ads, so you paid them more. So 70% of the content is not available to people. Who the hell is? Let's go from $15 to $6, but don't give us half the content. Can't even make this shit up. Why is a single person buying this? Doesn't make any sense to me at all. It's just absolute ridiculousness. And so that's why they didn't have enough content to show the ads. Really crazy. Now, how many people are doing it? I don't know. I don't think anybody should be doing it. So we'll see. They may guide way lower. They're not giving guidance on the new ads. They didn't give guidance. So they may guide lower, way lower. And then it's in trouble. Okay? Adobe misses. So now this is the second thing. So here's what's happening. I think this is going to happen. This is very interesting. Oracle didn't miss, and they didn't guide lower. Okay? Adobe didn't miss. They didn't guide. Well, they didn't guide. They guided a tad lower. Almost nothing. Okay? So that means all these companies are not going to do bad. But they're going to do bad farther down. So they're not going to guide lower, but then it gets bad in March or April. This is really drawn out, right? This is really, really drawn out. That's what it seems like is happening. Okay, so that's what it seems like is happening. So today, right off the bat, do we get way better? Do we get way worse? Don't know. Let's see. But here's the thing that's happening, and this is why the market is decidedly harder right now. You don't get second days. You don't get breakouts. And Netflix, think about it. Netflix last week, it broke out. It hit 332. And it closed negative. I didn't close negative. It closed under the 322. That basically told us it wasn't going to go again. And it didn't go until it got near there. And then the market wanted to go because of CPI and stuff. For CPI, we were at 4,100 pre-market. You're at 38.50. You're down 350 points. Wow. Massive. Now what happens today? In theory, we should completely crater. But I'm thinking they're closing all this stuff out. Now, Goldman Sachs put out a piece yesterday, completely crazy. And I mean, I read this thing 30 times. 30 times. And I don't even know what the hell it all means. Okay? I mean, hold on a second. It says, okay, one, final option expiration of 2022. Today's 4% sell-off in NDX is a reminder that the coast is far from clear and the calendar flip in 16 days will continue to bring challenging markets. Tomorrow is the second largest option expiration of $4 trillion. In the Goldman Sachs math, the market is a small long index gamma at spot, 2 billion, with today proving the pontification around 4,000 pin was premature. That's on the desk radar as a technical dynamic building into year-end as of December 30th. There are billions of client dollars calls stuck between 40.50 and 4,200 for year-end. They anticipate a move to 4,200 by year-end. Jesus. So now they're looking for 400 up? Yeah, I mean, this is just completely insane action. I have no idea what's true or not. You know, this is just a note. Doesn't mean it's real. Doesn't mean it's all just bullshit. I get all this stuff, right? Okay. Very, very interesting. Guy sent it to me yesterday. I don't know. Very, very interesting. So what I know is our cash-in yesterday said if we close under, and see, and I don't know if he's just old. He's old like me or whatever. He's old or he doesn't understand. He didn't know what day of the week it was. He kept saying if we close under 3,900, we'll get a big sell-off Monday and Tuesday. Well, today's Friday. We closed under 3,900. So does that close under 3,900 open it up to lower on Monday and Tuesday? Or is it like Goldman Sachs saying once all these derivatives are off the table, you're going to get an insane rally of so many calls, they're going to pop it? I don't know. I don't know. Okay? So here's what I know. Here's what I know. I know that all this stuff is crazy. You're getting these moves, but you have to sell. Netflix, we did good. We had the 290s. We sold those. Made 18K. Sold the next ones, 285. They were double. The 285s were all the way up to 350. But he took them to 180 within a second on Netflix statement. So we sold them. Still up 60 cents, sold them. Okay? And today you got to see how it all plays out. Okay? So that's what we know. That's what we know. I would anticipate that if we go positive, we can go way up because of all these options and derivatives. Now, in theory, we broke lower, so everything is bad. But think about it. Oracle wasn't bad, and Adobe's not bad. It's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. Right? I mean, they're not going to make more money, but they're not going broke. So they just got a base for 6 months, then they get better? Interesting, right? Then we see. Okay, so that's what I know. Okay, one other theory. The other theory here is keep an eye on Tesla today. Now, today's the last day to sell. So if he starts selling, this thing's going to go to 150, just like that, maybe 145. But if he isn't selling, and he's not allowed to sell next week, do they buy this and squeeze this into the end of the year? Very possible. Okay, very possible. Now, that all being said, there's nothing good happening. Look at Apple. Apple looks like it finally broke. That looks ugly. That looks ugly. Okay? So that's what I know. That's it. Okay, let's get started. Good morning, everybody. 1216. SPX down, 30 now? That puts it at 38.65. You got 38.52, 38.30, 38.60. Okay, upside over 39.32. Avago way lower, getting back to where it was before earnings. You got 551, 522, 521, 522, 582 up. NVIDIA, looking worse, looking worse. This got to 181, 186. Next number, 171, 176, underneath 161. Adobe, a little bit stronger, 351, 356, underneath 316. Lam Research, 439, 431, over 472. Goldman Sachs, it hit that cliff, it down 10. Now, there's something else that's happening today that's actually better for all of us. In theory, if the market closes under 3,900, a round number, we should open way down. And we're down 30. We were down 40. That's a positive. If we can get 1 or 2 weeks like this, if somebody guides down like an Adobe, see now the Adobe action isn't correct. If Adobe guides down and says they're going to make less money, it should be lower. Maybe not a lot, but it should be lower. So one piece of it got better because the market's starting to act like it should. If it starts doing stuff it should, then that's better. If somebody guides up, the market should go up. If somebody guides down, it should go down. It shouldn't be like, oh, they guided down, but they only guided down a little bit. Oh, they missed earnings. You missed earnings, you should go down. That action, if it starts, will be good. And that may happen into the end of the year. So keep an eye on that. The news we get may be the news and the action we get. I think it's changing again. Okay? So that's really important. Okay? Apple. Under 132 is a cliff, a monster cliff. Amazon, 87, 83. Microsoft, finally starting to break again. This was very strong, up to 260. 246, 231. Snowman. I told you it was unplayable. 152, 156, under 131. It's going to be unplayable 3 more weeks. Okay? Netflix. 283, very important. If it breaks 283, they're going to cave it. Okay? Boeing. Boeing got its news and didn't go up. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, if Boeing gets news, let's say they sign an order today for 500 planes, then it should go higher here. It should. If it doesn't, that means the action isn't correct again. Okay? And that makes it very difficult. So you got to go smaller. NOW, 391, 372 over 432. 4 times it got to 432. 4 times it dropped 32 points plus. Wow. MDB, 206, 209. Tesla, 166, 172. Wow, interesting. Underneath 150. Moderna, 212, 222. Interesting. Enphase coming back lower. 336. Another company said that they're going to make more money and went down. And First Solar, they have to buy it into Monday, I believe. Okay? Being added to SPX. Okay, so that's what I know, that's what I know, that's what I know. Very, very interesting, right? Elon can't sell after this week because he's into the quiet period. So if you own a company, when you're about to report your earnings, you're not allowed to say anything or discuss anything. One way or the other, you can't sell. Okay? Interesting. Quad witching, 0-date options forever change the market, possibly, probably. So do they buy for rebalance? I don't know. Maybe. That's what we know, Okay? So not two big numbers now, 38.52 down, 39.31 up. Everybody have a great trade day. Same chance.